mens, kyk as jy lus is vir 'n bietjie lag. Nee, maar dis in Brits, dis in Engels. So ons gaan die onderhoud ook in Engels moet voer. Verstaan? So Tannie, sit jou Engelse tande in. Hier gaan ons. Die Kings and Queens of Comedy is terug in Mei maand en Mark Banks homself die lewende legende. Legende is hier om met ons te gesels oor die Kings and Queens of Comedy by Empress Palace. Good morning, sire.
Good morning. Goedemorgen.
Yes,
Ik kan
yes.
een beetje Afrikaans praten.
But if you really want to, you can.
I can. Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I do. Just throws people.
Forced Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Well, it's a talent. It's a talent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have to say,
Are we on? Is this?
No, we're not
we're
live.
on?
This is we're just chatting. This
Okay.
is not live. No.
Fantastic.
Yes. I have to say sire because you're part of the Kings and Queens of Comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lineup. This is the one. This is Kings and Queens. It's a lineup of 10. Probably in the top 10 comedians presently working in South Africa. So it's a good mix of boys and girls, all languages, all religions, all creeds, all colours, all everything. There's something for everyone. It's a fantastic mix. And it's at Empress on the 27th
27th of May.
And
Yes.
have you got the list of everybody?
Well,
who's there?
were you worrying that you had the wrong date? You have to be there.
Yes, I've got to be there. Oh, there they are. We've got a picture of
Riyad
Riyad Musa,
Musa.
Conrad Koch, Darren Wackhead Simpson, Lindy Johnson, Sifiso Nene, Mutu Murugan, Anna Lakshmi, Mark Lottering, Mark Banks,
Two Marks.
Celeste and Tully,
Yes.
and a few other surprises as well.
Oh, lekker. It's quite
Something
right
for
up.
everyone.
Would you say the comedy in South Africa is alive and well?
It's never been more live than what it is now. There are more comedians now than birds. If the Roberts Birds of South Africa has about 3,787 birds.
Yeah.
When they bring out Roberts Comedians of South Africa, which will be the Observer's book of comedians, it'll probably have about 9,000 comedians in it. It's the fastest growing industry in South Africa.
Why?
Outside of the security business.
Outside of the security business.
And razor wire fencing.
Yes.
And guns and ammunition.
Yes.
And solar panels.
And solar panels.
solar panels.
And solar panel theft and solar panel replacement. And solar panel mesh to keep the solar panels
Of course.
where they should be. And then, of course, it hails and your solar panel shatters. You see, one's never safe.
Are you allowed to use a word like shatters on national TV, live TV?
Think so. Shatter. What is shatter in Afrikaans?
Was jy groot skrik?
Reeks.
Het jy baie groot geskrik? I shatters, maar
Shatter.
Shatter is like breaking. Yes,
Shatter.
breaking, yes.
Shatter.
So why is comedy doing so well in South Africa? Is it the material? Is
No,
it because
it's all we can do at the moment. That's all we can do. We have no electricity, we have no water, we have no hope, we have no future, we have nothing. Absolute niks. Ons het absolute niks. Niks. Die enigste ding wat ons kan doen is lag. In Afrikaans, in English we say laugh, but in Afrikaans, lag. You can hear the lag. Ons gaan nou lag.
Yeah.
It's just the absolute desperation. It's all we can do. And in South Africa, from the minute, and we are able to laugh because that's all we can do, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Is it Jennifer in Afrikaans?
Yeah,
Jennifer. Is Jennifer?
Jennifer is Jennifer.
Jennifer's Jennifer in Afrikaans?
Ja, Mark is Mark, Jennifer is Jennifer.
Mark. Yeah,
Mark.
Mark is in Afrikaans. Mark in English. Mark. And it's one I learned yesterday, a new word at my Afrikaans class.
Yes.
Because where I go for dog training, I learn Afrikaans because I don't have a dog, but I just go for the company. They taught me in English, on Engels, we say Krugersdorp. Have you heard that? Krugersdorp?
Yes, yes.
But in Afrikaans it's Krugersdorp.
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 Kruger.
Yeah. Krugersdorp.
The G is not pronounced. Kruger.
Kruger. And you get the so you can hear them arriving. You can because we don't have that in English.
And Krugersdorp does not have silencer boxes either, most of
No,
them.
we don't. In English we say mix. Mix. It doesn't quite say mix. Afrikaans roer. Hey, is it? Roer.
Are you enjoying the R's?
You can hear the Kenwood. You can hear the mixer going.
Yes,
can't
yes,
you?
you're enjoying the R's.
Yes,
in
I
Afrikaans.
am. It's a
Yes.
very expressive language. So all we can do is laugh at our present situation. And
Yes.
if you laugh at your fear and your horror that you face, if you can laugh at it, you're halfway through coping with it.
Yeah, that's it.
And thank goodness where we are in the new South Africa with each waking morning when we wake up. And this morning I woke up, there was donker, donker, donker.
Yeah.
Donker.
Emotionally
Donker.
or actually?
I even had a little bit of Lorica Rauch coming out of me as a... In die donker gang het ek na iets verlang.
impressive.
Na
Very
die
impressive.
groot ontbyt met die TV-show. En dat was dan.
But then the words run out.
Yeah, well, that's where she obviously knew about load shedding because she sang about en die dim, en die elektrisiteit.
Elektrisiteit is
In die
aan.
donker gang het die load shedding aan.
My gevangen-
Ek het 'n gang,
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing Lorica after this.
Well,
Your version is great.
I love it.
really
Thank
enjoyed
you, Jennifer.
that. That's
Donkey.
very inspiring.
Bye, donkey. So it's on the 27th.
on the
at Empress,
27th of
the
May.
Kings and Queens.
We're
When
gonna-
do we
we're
go
gonna-
on? When
yeah,
are we
we're
on?
gonna. No, we're not on yet.
Okay.
But we'll first let them go for a bit of a thing that they have to play for the people that's watching the show, and then we'll have
Okay.
the interview after that. If
Okay.
that's okay.
Advertenties.
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 Flitser.
Flitser.
I can
Don't know if we're
only
selling
dance.
torches, but we'll see what happens.
Moenie weggaan.
Moenie weggaan nie.
Moenie
Ja.
weggaan nou nie.
Ons gaan nou gou advertensies kyk en daarna hou ons die onderhoud.
Daarna. Okay.
Okay, right, julle gereed. Dan gaan ons. Ons gesels môre met Maak Banks. Hy is natuurlik hier om te gesels oor die 27ste Mei, die Kings and Queens of Comedy by Empress Palace in Gauteng. Maak, again, welcome. This
Baie dank.
this is
Thank
the
you.
real interview. We haven't
Baie
started
baie
yet.
dank. Thank you.
But
En ek dra geen grimering.
really?
Ja.
You look this good without powder or nothing.
Daar's geen grimering op groot ontbyt. Dis
But that's a
fantasties.
budget
Dis 'n
constraint,
eerste.
but it's not necessarily for the guests.
En die ding hier worry me. Wat is hierdie? Hierdie wat?
Dis 'n fout.
Wat is dit? Dis 'n parsley.
Dis 'n petersiliebos.
Petersiliebos.
Ja, jy moet mooi praat. Petersilie.
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 Petersiliebos.
Petersiliebos. At the Kings and Queens of Comedy on the 27th of May in Empress Palace, are we going to see you there on stage as well? Because your name is there.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yes.
You'll also be entertaining the audience.
Yes.
And it's just a once-off thing, the 27th. Eh?
It's just a once-off. It's a once-off for now. But I think ticket sales are going very, very well. But at the moment, it's just the one, the 27th of May. And then also to get 10 people, all 10 free on one night
The comedians, yeah.
at Empress Palace.
What do you mean
they've come
at
from
Empress Palace?
They've come from all around the country. They're not all just local
I thought
Johannesburg.
you're saying it's tough getting them in Kempton Park.
It is tough. We've got a comedy bus, thank goodness, and we've got professional comedy catchers. They sometimes go out and catch them. Which you have to do occasionally. It's the only way to get comedians. When we do the comedy cull with all the comedians,
Comedy cull?
the comedy cull, we need to sort of diminish numbers.
Oh.
So the wonderful thing that happens is that the minute they're any good here, hulle gaan oor see. Dis fantasties.
Then there's more work for the
Yes, so Skalk Poseidon ends up in New Zealand. He's in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Luisa Gola's in England. So we globally recycle them.
Nice.
The minute they're any good. So if you want to get rid of them, you just say to them, jy's baie goed. Jy
Gaan
mors
mos jy.
jou tyd hierso.
Ja, ja.
Moenie jou tyd hier mors nie. Jy moet oor see gaan. Moet ek? Ja, ek sal die lughawe toe vat. Kom, klim in die bus. En daar's so 50, 60 van hulle en ons stele oor see na Suid-Afrikaners in Canada,
Ja.
Australië, New Zealand, globally recycled.
That's lovely.
Wow.
It's a beautiful business model.
It's fantastic. Daar's nou 350,000 Suid-Afrikaners bly nou in Londen. 350,000.
Wow.
Ja, in dieselfde woonstel. In die een woonstel. And wherever you go on the planet, there's South African comedy.
They're everywhere.
I was going to ask you about how do you achieve longevity in your career? And I mean, you just mentioned there are about 9,000 comedians currently in South Africa. So it must be quite a competitive industry. And now you've
Yes,
just
it
told
is.
me you put them on a bus and send them overseas.
Well, I do. That's my
Is that yours?
devious. Yeah,
okay. But and then other people, generally, what do you think their tactic would be? How do you get like longevity in this career?
I don't know. I keep being funny, basically.
Oh, wow.
Because I meet people now. I've been in the business for a few years, and I still meet people now who have never seen me, don't know what I do, don't know where I'm from.
Really?
Don't know how I do it. And that was my mother. Because I never told her, you see. I kept it a bit of a secret. But I think what you sorry. 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 It's what's current, what people are laughing at, and of course moods change all the time.
Yes.
Language, and what is this as well? This has worried me. Did the donor organ people leave this? Is this from the donor organ?
It's a chromosome.
Is it a chromosome?
molecule.
They practice with this, don't they, when they do the heart throwing for the organ
No, that's
donor
not
games?
how it works. It's never mind.
What is it? Is it a hat? What is it? A
Oh, yeah.
It could be.
It's
Yeah, it could work.
all-purpose.
It could
It just throws people. But I think comedy changes all the time. People change.
Yeah.
Moods change.
Yeah.
Things become current.
Yes.
And the newspapers that are news in this country, you couldn't make up what happens. You
That's very
just
true.
couldn't make up somebody being in jail and getting 3 corpses and putting one in the cell and getting out and then going to
No,
Tanzania,
that's
flying back on a 1.4 million rand jet plane. But,
If the material is here, it's all here.
you couldn't make it up.
Yeah.
How sensitive do you have? Like today, there's like the woke culture and people
yeah.
get cancelled left, right,
Here
and
we go.
centre. Do you struggle to
Yes,
get
you
content?
do. Yes, you do. Because now what's happened is audiences feel that they are now empowered.
Oh,
You
wow.
now get people in
judge
in
you.
the audience who can scream and shout. You think it's comedy. We are just holding up a mirror and
Yeah.
just reflecting to you what is going on. We're not politicians. We
Yeah.
can't change the world. We can just tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
And the audiences become empowered and feel they've got the right to be offended. There are people who go to comedy clubs
To get offended.
to get offended and to no, that's wrong. No, you can't do that. You go. That's
Shut up, sit down.
quite right. Shut
Or
up, sit down.
go
It's
away.
a comedy club.
Yes.
We're here to laugh.
Take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin. We've all risked our lives getting here. We don't know whether our car's going to be out there when we go out. We don't know if we're going to get attacked. While you're sitting, sitting in a restaurant, you can get attacked by the waiter who's come to take your order, who takes your bag and your phone and your laptop. He doesn't even work there. In fact, it's not even a restaurant. It's a pop-up empty shop that's run by illegal immigrants who shouldn't be there. But they've just flown in because they had the runway resurfaced.
Resurfaced.
And they flew in from,
guns.
from the Middle East
With guns
with
to hunt.
400 people as guests to their private game reserve and flew out again. So mind your own business.
Mind your-
Niks met jou, niks met jou. Uit de bani. Niks.
Mark.
We have to get through it. But thank goodness with each working day, from the minute we open our eyes, we are still able to laugh.
To laugh.
The minute we open our eyes, we are still able to cup our way through the trellis doors, through the razor wire, through the burglar bars, the gates, the grills, the high-tension voltage wiring, the pit bulls, the Rottweilers, the panic buttons, the armed response, the padlocks, the keys, the chains, the gates, and get out of our bedrooms and out of our homes and laugh. And if you can carry on laughing, you're halfway there.
You're halfway there.
Wow. Nothing can get you
27th
down.
of May,
27th of May.
Empress Palace.
This is moving. I think there is something
It's
living
growing.
in here,
It's
which
growing.
is a little...
It's growing.
It's a bit...
Yeah, it bites as well. Your
And
hand
my
is-
grootste vrees, because I was watching the Groot Ontbijt the other day
Yeah.
in a transit lounge in Windhoek, funny enough. Do you know this
Yeah,
goes
we're
to
international.
Windhoek?
Yes.
Yes, in
Yes.
Windhoek.
Yeah.
My grootste vrees is wat is agter hierdie gordyne.
We'll have to show you during the ad break. We'll have to show
We'll
you.
never know.
Nou ja. Maak gaan nou nie meer by die Kings and Queens of Comedy wees nie. Ons gaan hom hou agter die gordyn as ons klaar is met die onderhoud. Thank you very much, Mark. Phone me. Thank you very much for joining us this morning
Thank
and
you very
telling us
much.
about the Kings and Queens of Comedy 27th at Empress Palace.
Thank you. When does this go out? When is this broadcast?
This is just a recording. It's probably next week sometime.
Okay, fantasties.
Thank you for your
dankie.
effort. Dit was dan
Baie dankie.
Mark Banks. Altyd baie moeilik om onderhoud vol te maak met hom. Hy praat baie min.